Every January, NFL fans hold their breath. Legends are made, goats become goats, and frauds get exposed. In the crucible of playoff football, there's no hiding. You're either clutch or cooked. The margin for error shrinks, game speed intensifies, and suddenly that Pro Bowl quarterback looks like he just wandered in from a flag football game. Some players thrive when the lights shine brightest. Others, they melt. They put up gaudy regular season numbers, snag endorsements, and sell jerseys, then disappear faster than a fourth quarter lead in Atlanta. These are the 10 biggest playoff frauds of the last 20 years. Players and franchises who fooled us all until it mattered most. Number 10. Tony Romo, Dallas Cowboys. Romo had all the tools, arm talent, mobility, charisma, and yet he leaves behind a legacy of playoff heartbreak. Despite stellar regular seasons, Romo went just 2-4 in the postseason, and his most iconic playoff moment is a botched field goal hold. He threw for over 34,000 yards and made 4 Pro Bowls, but when it counted, he came up short. Every single time. But if you think Romo's flameouts were bad, wait until you meet the red-haired gunslinger who never even sniffed a win. Number 9. Andy Dalton, Cincinnati Bengals. Dalton was the king of regular season consistency. 5 straight playoff appearances from 2011 to 2015. But postseason success, nowhere to be found. 0-4 playoff record, 1 touchdown, 6 interceptions. He didn't just lose, he sank the ship every time. Bengals fans still shudder at his name in January. What makes Dalton's case especially frustrating is the talent around him. A.J. Green in his prime, a top 10 defense at times, and decent offensive lines. Yet when the postseason lights hit, Dalton turned into a turnover machine. Number 8. Lamar Jackson, Baltimore Ravens. Okay, wait. Before you rage in the comments, hear us out. Lamar's electric, a generational athlete, an MVP. But in the playoffs, teams adjust. They keep him in the pocket. They expose the limitations. He's 2-4 in the postseason, and his passing numbers fall off a cliff. Sub 60% completions, 152 yards per game, 6 touchdowns to 4 INTs. His regular season brilliance hasn't yet translated to playoff dominance. The Ravens' offensive game plan has often unraveled under pressure, and Lamar's legs, his superpower, don't always work the same when defenses key in. But he's not the only MVP on this list to fall apart when it counts. Number 7. Minnesota Vikings, franchise-wide. The Vikings are the ultimate tease. High-powered offenses, flashy free agent signings, double-digit win seasons, and nothing to show for it. They haven't reached a Super Bowl since 1976, despite appearing in 6 NFC Championship games since then. Minneapolis Miracle? Iconic. Next week, 38-7 loss to Philly. They're the team that peaks in the divisional round and dies in the conference title game. What's worse is the persistent optimism of the fan base, year after year. From the Favre interception to the Blair Walsh shank, they've endured some of the most soul-crushing moments in NFL playoff history. Number 6. Matt Ryan, Atlanta Falcons. 1 MVP season, 1 iconic collapse, and a career that never quite rebounded. Ryan's numbers are Hall of Fame-ish, but what's burned into football lore is 28-3, the blown lead of the century. After that Super Bowl, Ryan never won another playoff game. His mobility vanished, his clutchness eroded, and Atlanta spiraled. The collapse wasn't just about coaching. Ryan missed throws, took sacks, played tight. The moment got too big, and he never shook the stain off. But some franchises don't even need a collapse. Some just exist to disappoint. Number 5. Los Angeles Chargers, franchise-wide. The Chargers are the NFL's most talented underachievers. Every year, top 10 roster. Every year, invent new ways to lose. In 2022, they blew a 27-0 lead to the Jaguars. Phillip Rivers, 5-7 playoff record. Justin Herbert, still waiting for his signature moment. No matter the quarterback, coach, or city, they find a way to break their fans' hearts. From Nate Kading's missed field goals to defensive collapses in crunch time, the Chargers embody wasted potential. They're not just playoff frauds, they're playoff saboteurs. Number 4. Kirk Cousins, Minnesota Vikings. You like that? In the regular season, sure. In the playoffs? Not so much. Cousins is 1-3 in the postseason, with his lone win coming against a banged-up Saints team in overtime. He's known for gaudy stats and primetime flops. When the defense tightens and windows shrink, Kirk's internal clock shorts out. He'll throw for 4,500 yards in September, then check down on 4th and 8 in January. His QBR in playoff losses, a pedestrian 83.5. When the pocket collapses, so does his confidence. Number 3, Dallas Cowboys, post-1995 era. The most valuable sports franchise in the world has one thing money can't buy: playoff success. Since their last Super Bowl in 1995, the Cowboys are 5-12 in the postseason, with 0 NFC Championship appearances. Every year it's the same: 12 wins, hype videos, and a wild card implosion. They're not America's team. They're America's annual playoff flameout. What makes it worse is the talent they've had: Romo, Dez, Dak, Parsons, Zeke. But when it matters most, mental mistakes, conservative coaching, and bad situational football. But the next guy wasn't just bad. He was a literal roadblock to one of the greatest defenses in NFL history. Number 2, Rex Grossman, Chicago Bears. The 2006 Bears had Brian Urlacher, Lance Briggs, and one of the best defenses of the decade. And then they had Grossman. In Super Bowl 41, Rex threw 2 interceptions, fumbled, and posted a 68.3 passer rating. He handed Peyton Manning his only ring in Indy. Grossman's career passer rating, 71.4. He was a placeholder with bad ball security. The Bears got to the Super Bowl in spite of him. Even his teammates barely trusted him. He was erratic, inaccurate, and emotionally fragile under pressure. Number 1, Carson Palmer, Arizona Cardinals. Palmer was an MVP candidate. Arizona went 13-3. The stage was set. And then came the NFC Championship game against Carolina. Palmer threw 4 interceptions and lost 2 fumbles in a 49-15 meltdown. One of the worst playoff quarterback performances ever. He ended his career with a 1-3 playoff record and a trail of turnovers. Palmer fooled us all for 1 year. And when he finally had the spotlight, he set fire to the script. He's proof that even veteran QBS can't always handle the pressure. The deeper the playoff run, the smaller he played. What do all these names have in common? They either couldn't handle the postseason or were carried there by others. Some had big contracts. Some had huge fan bases. All had one fatal flaw: when the game tightened, they collapsed. The playoffs don't lie. They don't care about fantasy points, QB ratings, or Instagram followers. They reveal truth. And for these 10, the truth was brutal. So next time someone tells you a player is elite, ask them what they've done in January. Because legends rise in the playoffs. Frauds, they just collect stats and go home. If you enjoyed this breakdown of the NFL's biggest playoff pretenders, do us a favor. Like the video, drop a comment with your pick for the biggest playoff fraud. Subscribe for more brutally honest football content every week. Hit that bell so you never miss a snap. Until next time, stay sharp, stay skeptical, and remember, rings don't lie, but reputations do. Peace out.